Hello, welcome to Gus McDowell Strategy and Tactics, and thank you to our subscribers. In this series, we play through each of the battles in the American Grand Campaign in Close Combat 4, the Battle of the Bulge. We use historical World War II US Army doctrine to plan and conduct each battle. We will start with the G2 report on the enemy, using Form 16 from the United States War Department Staff Officers Field Manual. At the end of Day 2, the Germans continue their offensive operations across a broad front to our east, in the Ardennes region. The attacks have been launched from the Siegfried Line across the Ur River towards the west. As expected, after our withdrawal from the roadblocks last night, the Germans regrouped in the morning and continued their advance in the afternoon. American troops remained in direct contact with the enemy at Baugneis, Manschau, Losheim, and Wiltz. Intelligence reports indicate the following enemy units from north to south: Kampfgruppe Piper from the 1st Panzer Division at Simmerath, Kampfgruppe Knittel from the 1st Panzer Division at Manschau, Kampfgruppe Valois from the Lehr Division at Losheim. Unconfirmed reports of enemy Ford units at Neuville. We have no reports from Longvilly, and this is a known intelligence gap. Kampfgruppe 901 from the Lehr Division at Wiltz, and elements of the 5th Fallschirmjäger Division suspected at Echternach. We estimate cumulative German losses at 281 killed in action, 237 wounded in action, 32 tanks, and 22 armoured vehicles. We have confirmed reports of German artillery strikes at Baugneis and at Wiltz, and an airstrike at Manschau, most unexpected. This is the first confirmed German use of artillery and combat aviation so far. The weather remains foggy, which gives enemy armour freedom of movement during daylight across the area of operations. It is also restricted observation of friendly and enemy movement. We continue to assess the Germans are striking for the crossroads at Bastogne. This is an important road junction, and control of Bastogne will control movement across much of the Ardennes. The German attack has created a salient, or bulge, in American lines as far west as Neuville on the Meuse River. It appears the Germans are using the salient to conduct a single encirclement of Bastogne from the north. Tomorrow, we anticipate the Germans will push forward in the north and south to widen the salient. Next, the G3 Operations Report using Form 17 from the United States War Department Staff Officers Field Manual. Our front line is as indicated on the map, as is the location of our troops as at the end of 17th December 1944. Foggy weather meant that in the afternoon, American forces enjoyed no artillery or tactical air support. Our dispositions on the line of contact are as follows. 14th Cavalry Group defended against Kampfgruppe Piper from 1st Panzer Division at Baugneis, resulting in a total American victory. The 424th Regimental Combat Team of 106th Division defended against Kampfgruppe Knittel from the 1st Panzer Division at Manschau, resulting in a major American victory. 112th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division conducted reconnaissance against the German Kampfgruppe Valois from the Lehr Division at Losheim. And the 110th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division defended against Kampfgruppe 901 of the Lehr Division at Wiltz, resulting in a decisive American victory. Behind the line, in the combat outposts, 9th Armoured Division's Combat Command Baker occupies La Glaise. 117th Regimental Combat Team of 30th Division occupies Saint-Vite. 7th Armoured Division's Combat Command Baker occupies Schnee-Eifel West. 109th Regimental Combat Team of the 28th Division occupies Esch-sur-Seine, and 8 Corps Engineers occupy Martellange. In the main battle position, 10th Armoured Combat Command Able occupies Bastogne. The 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division is at Saint-Longchamp and moving up. And the 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division is at Closecombat and moving up. Reinforcing from the reserve, 507th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 82nd Airborne is at Hotten. 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 82nd Airborne is at Marche. The 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment of 82nd Airborne is at Fourrière. And the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne is at Morhaix. Cumulative American losses so far are 138 killed in action, 131 wounded in action, 5 tanks, 1 armoured car, and 10 guns. The overall result remains a major American victory, although our front line has been penetrated in the centre. You will recall my strategy. In line with American doctrine, my broad approach is to hold 3 defensive lines. First, the defended roadblocks along the Siegfried Line and Ur River. These acted as my early warning to slow down and wear out the initial German offensive. We are now withdrawing from these positions. Second, the combat outposts from Saint-Vit through Clerf to Wiltz. Third, the main battle position from Stoumont through Hoffelise to Bastogne. My reserves are along the line of the Meuse River from La Roche to Saint-Aubert. And I will try to hold Bastogne as a redoubt, even if surrounded. Next, I will outline my plans using Form 5 from the United States War Department Staff Officer's Field Manual. The weather remains foggy, which may reduce the effectiveness of tactical air support, but will also conceal ground movement from observation. Enemy dispositions are as briefed. Current friendly dispositions are as briefed. On the 18th of December, I will, first, hold the line of combat outposts to block further German advances. Second, pinch off the German salient at its base, isolating any German forces between the combat outposts and the main battle position at Bastogne. And third, bring up the reserves to the main battle position to prevent German exploitation of the breakthrough. The 14th Cavalry Group will delay at Baunez. The 424th Regimental Combat Team of 106th Division will delay at Manchau. 112th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division will secure a withdrawal route from Losheim. The 422nd Regimental Combat Team of 106th Division will delay at Schnee-Eifel East. 9th Armoured Division Combat Command Baker will move through Vielsalm to Hoffelise to secure the crossing over the Meuse. 117th Regimental Combat Team of 30th Division will advance to Schnee-Eifel West. 7th Armoured Division's Combat Command Baker will advance to Clerf to threaten the northern flank of the German salient. The 110th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division will defend Wiltz. 109th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division will delay at Esch-sur-Seine. 8 Corps Engineers will advance to Warden to threaten the southern flank of the German salient. 10th Armoured Division's Combat Command Able will advance to Neffe to block further German advances. The 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne will follow and assume the defence of Bastogne from 10th Armoured Division's Combat Command Able. 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment of 101st Airborne will advance to Asanoy. 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment of 101st Airborne will advance to Clochemont. 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment of 82nd Airborne will advance to Shannon. The 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 82nd Airborne will advance to Orthoville. And the 507th Parachute Infantry Regiment of 82nd Airborne will advance to Stoumont. Priority of fire support goes to 112th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division at Losheim and the 110th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division at Wiltz. Priority of combat aviation also goes to 112th Regimental Combat Team at Losheim and to the 110th Regimental Combat Team at Wiltz. It is now 0800 hours on 18 December 1944. The Germans have crossed the Meuse at Hoffelise. In the north, German troops have also crossed the Ur River. 14th Cavalry Group will face Kampfgruppe Piper at Bagnes. The 424th Regimental Combat Team of 106th Division will face Kampfgruppe Knittel at Manschau. At Losheim, the 112th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division is now unopposed and occupies a salient in German lines. The 424th Regimental Combat Team of 106th Division will face Kampfgruppe Valois of the Lehr Division at Schnee-Eifel East, their opponents cut off in the advance. 117th Regimental Combat Team of 30th Division occupies Schnee-Eifel West. 7th Armoured Division's Combat Command Baker will face Kampfgruppe Waldenberg of the 11th Panzer Division at Klöf in a tank-on-tank engagement contesting the northern flank of the German salient. The 110th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division will face Kampfgruppe 901 of the Lehr Division at Wiltz. The 109th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division will face the 5th Fallschirmjäger Division at Esch-sur-Seine. 8 Corps Engineers occupy Warden, threatening the southern flank of the German salient. 10th Armoured Division's Combat Command Abel occupies Nefe, blocking any German advance into Bastogne. 9th Armoured Division's Combat Command Baker occupies Vielsalm. The 507th Parachute Infantry Regiment of 82nd Airborne occupies Stoumont. The 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 82nd Airborne reports being misdirected by German agents and is now in La Roche. The 505th of the 82nd remains in Fourier. The 502nd of the 101st Airborne reports being redirected by German agents and is now in Shannon. The 501st of the 101st Airborne is at Asanoy. And the 506th of the 101st Airborne is at Clochemont. The next battle is at Bagnes, the first of 6 battles expected this morning. Meanwhile, I have directed the G2 CI cell to look into these reports that our units are being redirected by German agents. I admit I am sceptical and inclined to attribute this misdirection to poor navigation in the dark in unfamiliar terrain. But I have had multiple reports so far and cannot ignore them. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.